Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Karen Kyra. Again, you can find me on Instagram as KKyra. So today I'm actually with Saavan a great magician. I've watched you for years and years and years.
Since we were kids, really.
Yeah, since we were kids. So it's really great that I get the chance to really sit down, have a chat with you, and see kind of what your steps were to where you are now, really. So if you don't mind, I have got a few questions for you.
Question time.
So my first question, Saavan, for you was, what actually got you into magic?
So I got into magic, this was like I got interested in 2006, and I got into it because I watched Dynamo.
Right, okay.
When he was younger than me now, so he must have been like 19 or 20 years old, and it was like his first ever TV show. And if you knew who Dynamo was back then, it was almost like you were part of this underground sort of fan base.
Yeah, I think everyone knows about Dynamo.
Yeah, now you know, like at this point, Dynamo's like a worldwide name, but back then I think he was like just sort of trying to make a name for himself. And I was very quiet, but I think seeing a street magician like make a card vanish, because that was the first trick I saw him do, that just made my mind go like, oh, like how's he doing that? Because obviously magic, you see it as like, traditionally it's like, you know, like an old guy in a suit and a bow tie.
Yeah.
Like it's true.
That is true. So I mean, with that being said, would you say then Dynamo was your biggest inspiration, or would you say there's other magicians out there, or even family, who kind of were your inspiration to do what you're doing now? There's
a few people. Like Dynamo's my main inspiration.
Yeah.
There's David Blaine as well.
Yeah.
Who's like, you know,
awesome.
The American, you know, he is sick. I think he's amazing. Magic Singh is a big influence in my work, because if I had never seen him, I wouldn't have thought it was possible to do it as an Asian, because you don't see coloured magicians.
That's true. That is actually a very good point you've made. Like, to be honest, now you've said that, and now I'm thinking back, to be honest, from when I was young, I don't think I ever really did see an Asian magician at all. Like
when I was young, like when I was like, I think 13 or 14, that's when my dad came back from an event, and he said, I met a guy called Magic Singh, and I was like, there's actually like one of our own that does this. This is insane.
Yeah, I have seen a few of his stuff, so he is, you know, again, he's up there with Dynamo. So I would say his stuff is really crazy.
Insane.
It is crazy. Insane. So I mean, with that being said, who would you say would be probably your first choice or your dream person to do a magic show with?
Ooh, that's a
I know it's a very hard question, because there's a lot of people out there, but if you had to pick one person,
I think I wouldn't choose, even though Dynamo is my main inspiration, I wouldn't choose him purely because his scale of magic is like well above and beyond what I'm doing. David Blaine, he is more of like an endurance artist, so like if you see some of the stuff he does on TV, I probably wouldn't attempt it, you know, like putting needles in him and stuff. I'd probably do it with Magic Singh if I like, that would be my choice, because the thing about him, which is really cool, is like, he's like me, he's very much a people person, and the way we sort of interact with our audiences is very similar. I think we work together loads of times, but on stage, I think that could work pretty well.
Yeah,
like, and being two Punjabi magicians as well, like, which you don't see.
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that. No. It's a tag team.
So one of the other questions I really wanted to ask you actually was, what would you say to those young magicians or young children who are starting out and kind of got that craze or that kind of interest in the magic, and they are kind of umming and ahhing, or they're trying to pursue it? What would you kind of advice give to them as a young adult to kind of pursue their career? Is there any kind of advice that you wish you got when you was younger?
Yeah, be original. Like when I was younger, I would like, when you're younger and you want to, you know, you've got a role model, you kind of want to copy them. And for a very short period of time, I would. But eventually, when you come up with your own original, like not just magic, but like songwriting or singing or whatever it might be, like if you have your own original stuff, it sort of sets you out. Like
definitely
with Dynamo, he was the first. He was like this mysterious kid who had like this crazy card magic. Magic Singh, you know, like he's a magician that's Punjabi, and he's got a turban, he's got the nice suits. Like,
Yeah.
there's something distinctive about every magician. David Blaine, he's an endurance guy, so you see him as this crazy guy who is not scared of death.
Not scared, but I would say any children who are watching this, don't try
anything. Not unless you're like older and your parents have said,
and you've got a bit of experience. Otherwise, I would say don't try it at home. So
it's backtracking quickly. I had some crazy kid who messaged me on Instagram, and David Blaine does a trick where he puts a needle through his mouth.
No. See, this is I love magic, but that's too much.
This kid sent me a photo of himself doing the same, and like obviously I blocked him, and I was just thinking, I was just like, how crazy must you have to be at such a young age to think I'm going to put a needle through my mouth?
No,
and like it was. I've got a phobia of that stuff, so I almost fainted when I saw the photo. I was just like, I can't look at that. But this kid just done it. He was just like, and he was proper proud of it as well. And I was like, this kid is nuts.
It's good in a way because they're not really scared or anything, but
that's not at that age.
Each to their own. That's how
14-year-olds, please don't be putting sharp needles that aren't sterilised, especially in your mouth.
Exactly. So with that being said, what would you, with kind of going off of the kind of magic stuff, or just in general for people who are young people who are trying to kind of go through their career, or they're starting a new career, or they're going on to a new path, what would you say to people who kind of get those negative comments or backlash? Because I'm pretty sure, you must have got some sort of negativity on social media or whatever it may be. What would you say to those young people who are kind of just really just trying to do what they want to do, but they are kind of getting put down by people that they don't even know?
Ignore the haters, straight up. Like, it's, you might think it's easier said than done, but honestly, like, you got to think of it this way: someone's taken time out their day. They're actually taking a good, like, some of them actually spend a long time doing it as well, to message you and say, I don't like you, I don't like your, whatever it is, your magic, your singing, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Like, and you're out there killing it, so why should you pay attention? And I've had a few of them. Like, the thing is, when you're Indian and you try to be a magician, it doesn't go down well, like with like old school Asian families.
Because what would they normally say? You need to be a doctor.
You need to be a doctor, dentist, accountant.
Exactly.
So many of my mates went to uni and they're all doing accounting or economics, and I'm just like, oh, that's original.
Yep.
But just ignore them, because like, you're out there killing it. You're doing your passion. You're not sitting in an office doing a job that someone else is telling you to do. You're following what you want. Plus, and this is really important, if you give, like, they try to put you down with that attitude, whereas if you reply with positive attitude, like, I had someone say something really mean on my Instagram once, a long time ago, and I commented, thanks for your comment, I hope you have a nice day as well, and then matey deleted his comment.
Oh, there you go. The thing is, I think I've heard from when I was young, kill them with kindness.
Yeah, exactly, and there is no better way.
There is no better way. So do you think with magic or being a magician, would you say social media is a big part to play in being a magician? Or
like, it's not vital, but I think these days you kind of do need to be on Instagram. Like, even if you're not active on it, just show people, because like, business cards, don't get me wrong, they still work, and websites still work, but they're old media. Like, you need a website obviously, but loads of the time I've got business cards on me at parties, and most people are just like, are you on Instagram, or are you on TikTok? And
I think it's the first thing that people normally kind of tend to go to, don't they?
It's the new business card.
Yeah, it is. And social media, you're right.
It's so, like, you put a video up of you doing a magic trick for 15 seconds, and someone's actually scrolled through that on their day, and you've given them a smile. So it's good, and stuff goes viral. So if you do the right video, you could just blow up like that.
Definitely. So kind of moving on from, like, your magic and being a magician, obviously with this pandemic that we're still in, unfortunately, how have you actually been coping with this coronavirus, this COVID-19, whatever you want to call it? How would you say you dealt with it, or what have you done to entertain yourself and whatnot?
I'm slowly dying.
I think we all are.
Yeah, all of us. So any magician at the time of this being filmed is most likely unemployed, which is what we are in between bookings anyway.
Yeah.
But I've I'm kind of glad this happened because for years, and like I was always meant to do this throughout university, and I never had the chance.
Yeah.
Finally, I've got to clear the crap out of my room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like just stuff that piles up for
Piles
years.
up, being in that one drawer that everyone
Yeah.
has, and it's just like you've
And
not
then
opened it for a year.
And then you
What's in
find
there?
bits and pieces from like years ago. I found letters from my ex-girlfriend from like 5 years ago.
Awkward.
And I was just like, how the hell did this even
That is
survive in my
awkward.
room? So like, I've managed to chuck out everything that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Plus, I make a lot of my own magic that I kind of don't allow other magicians to see. So
Okay.
I finally had the chance to make a lot of gimmicks and prototypes and stuff that I actually want to do that I know are my original ideas.
Yeah.
So you've been using the time wisely. Plus, like for those of you who don't know, I'd done graphic design in uni.
Oh, okay.
So
that's something that I didn't know.
I've actually made like artworks and stuff that I'm just messing with, you know, like little Photoshop collages and just kind of using my degree for once.
For once.
Yeah, because like after I graduated, I just tossed it to the side. I was like, there you go, mum. And then I started doing magic. So
there you go.
Yeah, just use the time, like think of what you need to sort of clear out. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, obviously now you've said kind of you did your clearing out and so on, but obviously you did try and get some new ideas going with the magic and so on. Do you have any tricks to show us today?
Yeah, we got.
Because I'll be interested, because I've seen some of your stuff, and I will say, every time I have seen your stuff, no doubt you're always raising the bar, always. So there's never one time that I'm ever like, oh, could do better. I'm always a bit like, what? How did you do it? Will you tell me how you did it? But I know you're not going to tell me or the viewers how you did any of the tricks, but it'd be good to see some of your stuff today.
Look in your pocket.
What pocket?
Your right pocket. The one nearest to me. There's nothing in there?
No.
Oh no, that would have been cool though, right?
Oh, for God's sake.
I couldn't help it.
I was thinking, what?
I love doing that to people. It just
I was
scares
thinking,
the living daylights out of them.
I was thinking, I don't think there is anything in my pocket. No.
Don't worry. Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
We're going to move to some handheld shots. So like, we're going to show some proper magic.
Okay.
Now.